It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Train Station Brewery, and it's a bottle of their Off the Rails Swedish Pale Ale, coming in at 4.7% ABV. I'd like to thank viewer and Swedish friend Joel for sending me the beer out in Sweden. Gold bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Not a lot of smoke on the opening, but you can't have it all. But there's loads of carbonation there in the neck. There it goes. I'm looking forward to this. I know it's one of Joel's favourite breweries, Train Station Brewery. He's mentioned it a couple of times in the past that he really likes their beers. So it's a real privilege to be standing here in Wales in the UK, reviewing the beer that I would never ever in my wildest dreams think that I would ever get to review in this country from Sweden. So it's nice. Beer in the glass. Look at the carbonation. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn that glass round. Let it focus for a second. There you go. Look at that carbonation roaring away there to itself. It's a one finger whitehead. Beer in the glass. It's cloudy. It's a golden coloured ale. It's got a nice haze to it. Let's get the aroma. Oh wow. Wow. Now I understand why Joel likes this brewery. Really good hop aroma. Big punching American hops pulling through on the aroma. That obvious grapefruit, that pine, citrusy pine, pine needle, lemon, spiciness, breadiness. Oh, this smells great. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yeah, that is a good beer. That is a really good beer. This beer is 4.7% ABV and it's absolutely jam-packed full of flavour. To begin with, it's that great big whacking hop presence that just fires through. It's grapefruit, there's mango, there's that citrus pine coming through that was in the aroma. It's lemony, but lemon, it's like you've bitten into a lemon peel. It's really kind of a rasping bitterness. Really fresh beer, but so drinkable. It's a 4.7% ABV. The hop build more or less represents the 4.7% ABV. So it's not going to be a big, thick, gloopy beer. It's a nice. It's not thin. It's very refreshing, but it's not a thin, watery beer. It's got a good consistency to the beer. What I like, as I was speaking and as I was talking about the mouthfeel, what I liked about the beer in the mouth, it was switching between being a really nice bready, sweet, biscuity beer and then going back over to that hoppiness. And it was kind of trading punches. It was going between being malty and being hoppy, and then it was going to be bready and malty again over to being bitter and hoppy, until it kind of dies away, and then you're left with a lovely rasping bitterness that just finishes the taste. I'm full of admiration for Swedish craft beer. I really am. I think it's a country that is full of great breweries, great craft breweries. The country as a whole has taken craft beer on, and they've all kind of, not every single Swedish person, but there's a good percentage of Swedish people now drinking craft beer, and it's being shown around the world also, not just by me, but the Swedish breweries export beer all over the world now. Brooklyn do a I think they got a percentage in a brewery in Sweden, so they've kind of invested in the Swedish craft beer scene, and it's just booming all the time. There's new breweries opening all the time, and it's a great pale ale. It's a really good demonstration of a very good American style pale ale, but from Sweden. Lovely carbonation. The carbonation in the beer lifts everything. It cuts through and delivers on the palate. It throws the beer on the inside of the mouth and just puts it on every taste bud possible that there is in your mouth. And all of them tastes, all of them flavours just explode on the back of the throat, the back of the tongue, the inside of the cheeks. It's a lovely beer. That's about enough for me. I'm going to rate this beer now. Train Station Brewery, off the rails. If you're in Sweden, give that a try. If you've already tried it, go and try it again. It's a really good beer. I think it might be a little bit... Knowing this beer is not Lagon. There's no English, unfortunately, on here, but hey, it's a Swedish beer. There shouldn't be any English on it anyway, unless they were just exporting the beer. But there you go, there's a lovely label. I'm going to rate this beer now. And for a pale ale at 4.7% ABV, this is absolutely smashing. This, for me, gets a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Fantastic beer. Thank you very much again to Joel for sending. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.